Welcome everybody to the Crossover Cinema Podcast. I'm your host Kaya.
And I'm Carlo, and today we're talking about the third episode of House of the Dragons.
You already know.
Yeah, if you didn't see the other ones, they're back in our page, but right now we're on the third episode, came out yesterday. Very, very excited to talk about it. The ending was really awesome. I loved it, but the whole episode was really
There
crazy.
was just a
Uh,
lot going on development wise. We're getting more and more character just like interactions. We're getting these like really intense like I think battles not battle sides but the clear like teams are manning they're like battening down the hatches. They're taking their
oh, yeah,
armaments, they're
yeah.
getting all their soldiers. They're just creating this kind of like atmosphere of the calm before the storm, which is crazy to
You're
think.
completely right. But before we continue on
Yes,
House of the Dragons, bro, I want to show you something that I bought.
please.
I bought literally the best T-shirt of 2024 for me. I want to show it to you
Let's
just
see it.
before we
Let's
go
see it.
in and we dive into all the episode and everything.
Bring that thing out, boy. Ooh, ooh,
Look
oh
at
yeah,
that,
no,
bro.
that is clean.
Bro, it's
That is squad.
bro. When I
That
saw, I
That's
had no
so
choice but
awesome
just to
though,
get
and
it. I
especially
never
because it's
saw
repping
that
the
one.
OG movie, and it's giving that
I
kind of
know,
energy. Like it's
crazy. I
all it's all
know.
it's all on point. I like that.
And that's the thing. I don't want to put it to Comic Con because Comic Con is like in 2 weeks, right? Are you
Yeah,
going?
I am
I'm
working.
going too.
Well, just to let
You're
viewers
working,
know, I am a Comic Con staff member at the Montreal Comic Con every
but
year.
Kaya, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come and film everything and put it on TikTok
Oh,
and
that's great. That's
show
great.
us a little bit of my day because I'm going on Sunday. I didn't buy for the full weekend. I
Hmm.
can't, but I'm going on Sunday with my brother, my
You gotta
second
come and
brother.
check me then on fifth floor,
For sure. I'm going
info
to
booth,
check you
yo.
for sure, and I'm
If
gonna check
y'all need
everything.
some information, baby, you come over here. You already know.
But I'm not wearing that one for Comic Con. That's for sure.
You
But
should. You should.
fuck,
I think you
I
should
know,
rep
but I
it.
have another one. I have
No, I
another
think
one.
you
I
should
have
because
that.
then you're just gonna wanna you're gonna be repping it really nicely. It's a very good venue to be wearing that, and on top of that, you're
Yeah, but
probably
I
gonna
have
buy another
another
shirt.
one.
You're
I'm
probably
telling
gonna
you, I
buy
have
more.
another one. I bought
And you're
another one.
probably gonna get more because when you see the stuff
I'm
at the
gonna get
vendors,
this one. I'm telling you, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a
Fair enough.
how do you call that in English? In camisole, like a tank top.
Yeah, you want a
But
tank? You have a tank top? You
no,
have like
wait.
what?
But it's Deadpool and
Okay.
Cable
Oh,
drawn on it. Like
okay.
really,
Like yeah.
really a nice
Oh,
one.
I
Like I
wonder.
want to put that one. I want to
I
put
wonder
that one.
where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
I'm not saying where I got it because people will judge,
This man
but
gatekeeping, bro. This man
I just want
gatekeeping.
to say it's one of the biggest Jewish store ever
Oh, is it wait, in Montreal or like in
in the
general?
world.
In the world. Okay, I have no
In the
clue. I
world,
have no clue. But that's very
it's
interesting.
Walmart.
Oh,
Walmart,
oh
baby.
shit. Okay, I didn't know. Oh,
for
that's
for not
interesting.
even not even $15. I know like
Walmart is
everything
clutch.
buying this shirt and everything, but I saw it and I was like, oh, that one is really cool, so I just got it.
Walmart is a
Like yeah,
clutch spot. I can't lie, but I'm gonna be real.
but I don't want to.
I don't shop in places
And I
where
don't
nah,
shop at
bro, nah.
Walmart.
I gotta make this point. I don't shop in places where the produce, my fruits and veggies should not be less than 2 meters away from the t-shirts and underwear. I'm sorry, no
I know
baby,
you can go
no
to
baby,
do your glasses.
no baby. Make a greenhouse for the produce. Okay, y'all have the money. It ain't no thing. But yes,
But okay,
to
okay.
this House of the Dragon stuff. This is the point I want to really
Yeah,
make.
let's go back. Let's
Is
go back
that
to House of the Dragons
is
while we're
that
here, right?
this is a preamble, which is crazy to think because we've gotten so much treachery and villainy and like just in like betrayals,
That's the
murder.
theme of the episode, bro.
No, but
It's
think
the
about it.
it's
Think
like
about it. We've gotten so much of that already, and you would think that that is like a big part of the war, but they're literally indicating through all these conversations that are happening in this episode that's not even it. That little battle scene you saw at the beginning between the two warring minor houses, right? That is more of an indicator of a larger effect that's going to happen. What's so interesting to me is that already is so significant to me. Like that's so many people dead and so much pain, right? But they're like, yo, that ain't even it, bro. That was a little small skirmish. We're like, small skirmish? Like, oh my god! Like when it actually, I think, builds up to the war when the two sides are going just neck and neck, dragon to dragon, soldier to soldier.
yeah.
I think it's really
Oh
going to be
god,
crazy.
soldier to soldier situation in that episode, bro.
Mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
seriously, like let's go with just the opening. It was a great opening. I
Absolutely.
loved it. Like the little like not fake soldiers, but the two team that we see,
We
like
really get to see
the
what
like
what
Lice Eye.
regular not regular folk, but more
No, but
regular militia, because these are people who
hmm
are in a soldier-ish situation, but they're not used to
but
battle.
it's
Like
just things
there's
that they hear about.
mm-hmm,
Nobody has
mm-hmm.
like saw anything. They just hear about stuff.
And it's a lot of
They have
posturing.
allegiance to their part, and how
Mm-hmm.
they cut it with everybody just dying, and we don't care
No,
on
that
which side you are. You know,
that
at the
hard
end,
cut
I like that hard
from
cut.
that
Yeah,
soldier standing there with that he's about to
yeah,
unsheath the blade and fight to his
yeah,
whole head
yeah.
just
Just yeah, I love that.
yeah, he got messed up. But I feel like we're still in a position right now where
And it made me laugh that it like that
go ahead, man.
the king wanted to come to battle,
Oh,
like
why
you
would
know
he
that
not?
whole
He wants to
part.
be in glory,
I get
right?
it. He wants to be there, but
He
it's
wants to
I don't know
feel
why it was
real
funny. It
power.
was like calm down. Like I don't know. Like
No, I think it's a telling point that he's not only immature and two I think incompetent for the throne, but he it's almost like he can't fathom an advisor for real. He really needs to basically feel like he's making the decisions himself. But as a king, you're supposed to take on this kind of role of like, you know, being all
yeah.
within, you know, and taking in all the kind of knowledge that you can to like make the most sound decisions. And he's out here like, I'm
Mm.
feeling it. You know, I think I should take this armor. I think I should take my dragon, and I think I should fly right into battle. It's like you're the king. You're the on a chessboard. The pawns need to
Mhm.
go forward. You haven't even let the pawns before you want to fly over them and then die. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And you know, I ain't gonna lie. If Bela was on that tiny dragon, I think she could have done. She might have done a little 1-2 maneuvers. Maybe she might have gotten eaten if she fought him. But I think she could actually have a little 1-2 scrap with Aegon, because Aegon don't seem like the kind of person who's actually learned how to ride his dragon and learned how to like actually engage in that sort of
No, he
warfare.
didn't learn nothing yet. He's
Mm-mm.
so like juvenile and just like all about like passion and frustration and
Mm-hmm.
going on the instant, and that's what I like about it right now. Like that's why I was like,
It's
yeah, for
it's
sure
a
you want to
youth
go on
it's a
in the
youthness, like
battle
a
and just like
brashness that he has to his character.
yeah.
It's entertaining to see, but it's also like you know it's just like a disaster waiting to happen, like every time. And Amon keeps showing how much he is like more fit as a leader. Like just the way that even the way he like stares at Christian Cole, right? And he knows Christian Cole's kind of
Mm.
trying to like mess around with him when he's telling him to stay
I
back.
hate that guy. I hate that man.
Everybody hates Christian
I
Cole.
hate that
Who
character.
doesn't hate him, bro? When he got the
But he
haircut too,
was right. He was
no,
right at the
no,
end when he
so,
did about like
he
with the
was
dragon part.
he's not a
God
completely
damn.
incompetent person, right? But the thing
But I
is
believed
like,
it for a Hey, Kaya, I
yeah,
believed for a second that he might die right there and it would be done. But Game
no,
of Thrones, it's all about
he's too
hating, like making
no,
live the characters that you
who
hate,
hate exactly. There's no way.
and
There's no way. And the way
kill
that
the
I'm gonna
characters
be
that you
real, the
love.
way that they cut it, they shouldn't have
Yeah.
reached the forest in time. They cut it. They did like a shot
Yeah, no.
where they get
She
right
could have
in.
just shot exactly a shot of like
I would have
the
shot a whole
fire right
flame
away
blast in
and
this entire region. I would have been like,
exactly, and it would have
burn
been
that shit
done
up.
right away. I know.
And then I would have
But
came back and replanted the trees over there, because you know you can't just burn everything down. You gotta have some
no,
greenland back.
but
You know?
one little fireball and everybody would have been dead.
So let's
Right
note
away
this
with the
though,
word.
because we were talking about Aegon and Aemon, and I feel like their scenes together, in particular the brothel, like the kind of like not brothel, was it brothel? Yeah, well, it was brothel later on, but the bar initially, the inn, right, where we get that kind of scene with the potentially the bastard son of Viserys and
Yeah, that
Daemon's
was
father, right?
interesting.
Which
I
I think
was
is a
like,
whole angle that I think the show is really trying to like, I think, play up more than even the
yeah,
original Game of Thrones did. You already have Corlys's bastards who are out here like Loki. One of them wants to prove himself, and the others like you
but I
really you
believe
know.
that he is. I believe him though.
But that's the thing, I do
It's
too, and
true.
I think that the way that the
Like,
narrative works, right, like it, all these tiny pieces are kind of coming together in a way that I don't think you'd fully get if you are reading it. And this is as somebody who hasn't read the House of the Dragon, the source material in particular, but from what I understand of it, because it's a Maester's rewriting, right? There's certain things, certain intricacies, small characters, certain interactions, things that you just wouldn't have because a Maester wouldn't have known that this guy went to the bar and spoke to these three dudes about this. So these things that the writers can then like build on and like do more with. It's like, for me, I like that a lot within the frame.
And there's gonna be more with him for sure.
100%. I think that whole bar scene in particular was meant to give us like just his introduction, but he's gonna have this through line through the rest of the series, I think.
And she came back. She came back. Like we just saw that glimpse at the last episode where she looked back and she was like, but the like that I don't know her name, but the one that like that the queen letter.
Oh, you're talking about her new bestie. I forgot her name too, but she's the baddie. She's the baddie.
That's now almost the hand of the king.
I would actually call her more. I think she's the Varys of this show. We have two Varys running around right now. We've got her. Now, no, she's definitely back. We've got her running around. We've also got.
I thought she would have leave, but
we also got Lord Larry's. I think his name is. So that works too with the guy who was messing around with Alicent.
Lord Larry's and the King Aemon, like that scene when he comes in and convince him, that was the scene for me of the whole show. Seriously,
I get what you're trying to say.
but it was a really well done scene. Seriously, I think that Lord Larry is. I think I'm gonna like what he's gonna be in.
Well, I think he recognizes Aegon's vulnerabilities, right? And the vulnerabilities he's working them. He's absolutely working him over. I'm not gonna lie; it's very clear he's working him over, but he's doing it in a way where it benefits him at the end of the day, and it makes it so that his position is more secure. It's kind of like that's his secret, real hand, the real hand to the king.
But that's how we see him right now at the third episode.
Of course,
it's really good
because Christian Cole's not really made for the role. I like how
he's like, that he's a bad guy, but he has his own interest. I like that. I like that Game of Thrones type. I'm happy that it's there.
Well, you need those kind of characters who you don't know what their true allegiances really lie. Their allegiances usually lie with themselves, and so it's like seeing him kind of play with Aegon in that way, play him down, and kind of make him kind of self-reflect and go, you know what? I really don't need to go into battle. What am I doing? Maybe another day, right? And I think add that on to the fact that. Aegon and Aemond have this tension right now because of the fact that Aegon's king and he's such a pompous asshole to his brother. And I actually really like that scene at the brothel because I think it's not just so much the interaction that you get with like all of like his assholeness and whatnot. I think it's really just that underscoring how good Aemond is at like keeping his cool and like being a rational person even in the face of some bullshit. And it's like I think that's telling for his character in the future for how he's going to end up like taking a bigger role as leadership, specifically leadership, because he has that clear angle that he's kind of like the show is trying to show you he's really more capable than his brother. And I think moreover, just as a note, the barmaid that was sexually harassed and sexually assaulted by that guy she's also the one who was assaulted by Aegon last season. Do you remember he had sexually assaulted one of his handmaids? And she gave Alicent gave her the milk to have the abortion, etc. Right? I think a lot of people thought it was poison, right? But no, it turns out she's alive, right? So I think that was also supposed to show you Alicent's kind of like low key, like she does want to be this genuinely nice person, but she almost like she stops herself every time. And I think that showing that character still around, I think that's another point that's gonna come back. And she has a hatred. She has a hatred. She has a hatred for her abuser. She's out here working at this inn, and she's got to watch him be protected and sit down and do it. I really think that, and all of Aegon's actions moving towards making the populace hate him, killing the rat catchers, assaulting that woman, just the way he acts overall, the fact that he doesn't help people for real, save for the blacksmiths. It's like it's all gonna pile up.
Oh, for sure.
And it's gonna
destroy the whole
over.
kingdom before the kingdom.
He's already.
That's what I think. He's gonna destroy the whole kingdom before Rhaenyra will be able to take it back. You know what I mean? Like that's my guess right now.
The way that Harrenhal looks.
a lot of history and a lot of characters through history. That's what they
Well, the
did.
way you're
For
saying
their
it,
own series.
it's
So
not too different from
maybe.
when Damon went to Harrenhal. Like for real, that's another scene we should know.
Mm,
Like that whole
yeah,
place
yeah,
is destroyed, like and
yeah.
destroyed specifically by dragons. So it's like,
But I have a question for you.
yeah.
What did you understand about like that vision that he got beside the tree and everything? Like,
Um,
it led me a little bit of question, maybe because like
I
I
mean, I'm
never
gonna be
didn't read the
real.
book, so I don't know. But
I think, like this is just
is it?
speculative. I don't have any sort of indication towards where it's fully going, but based on what it was showing,
Yeah.
we got which I really want to know. Shouts out Millie Alcock, she's dope. Like OG Renera, young Renera, she's
Mm,
that was a great. That was just and
mm,
reusing the decapitated body of the baby and showing
yeah.
all of that like together. Wow, that was it was good. It was
Like,
good. It
yeah,
was a
but
really
yeah, it
good. It
was
was a
very
great
precise.
visual.
Like
But
we
I
went
think the
right
actual
away where we
so
wanted to
here's the thing. I
go.
think the
I think.
actual point of it though is meant to kind of like show him that his like acts of treachery overall. Like they didn't
Mhm.
show his other things he's done, but I think this latest one it's like a recency bias. It's like something so horrible, one of the most heinous things he could
Mm.
ever do and commission, and it's like having young Renera kind of be the one to like take up that like guilt part and like kind of sew up the body and try to like I feel like that is meant to make him see a certain light, so I could see his character having a bit of an arc. But when that woman came and said you're gonna die here, I think that's it's not so much a oh he's gonna die here in some like dramatic way. I could see him being super old and he dies in Harrenhal, but the thing is that that will be
Mm.
his I feel like towards the end of this series if he keeps moving in a direction where he's trying to usurp Renera, which is clear in that whole conversation. He kept telling, I gotta call him your grace. Like he's the king, and you're not king, bro. Right?
Mm.
So I can see it being that if he turns tail and he really screws her, by the end of the show, he might not die by Renera's hand, but he'll be exiled to Harrenhal, and have to stay there and
Yeah,
keep his
yeah,
dragon
yeah, yeah.
and never leave. And that's
I
when
get
that
it. Like
woman
a
says it
metaphor
to
that
him.
he's not
Yes,
dead,
like
but he
he's
will
trapped.
die
He's
here
trapped like
because
Loki, like in
yeah,
a certain way,
I
because he's
get it.
already
I get
screwed
it.
all of his allegiances and shit, right?
Mm.
So it's
Okay,
like
I get it. I
I
get
can
it.
see them going that angle. I would love it. I would love it because already Damon is the kind of character he's so interesting, but he needs to have a comeuppance. He needs to go like he needs
Oh yeah,
something.
he needs that. No, I'm pretty sure there's a big arc that needs to come with that character, and we didn't see it yet. It's coming. It's coming for sure.
I really want to see
Uh,
too what they
I
do
like
with.
the fact too that
Go on, bro.
they give those eggs. You had like those eggs of dragon that she gives to go get like
Ah, no. See,
more support.
I think that
Well,
it's a bit of a twofer with that. Yeah, it's for more support, right? But at the end of the day, it's meant to be,
yeah.
I think, more of an indication of the.
If something happens, there's still those
We
eggs.
already know what happens in the future. That there are barely any
I know,
dragons, right? And so I
but
feel like that.
that's what
Yeah,
I told myself. I was like,
yeah.
it's not the eggs of Daenerys
No,
Targaryen, you
no, I
know.
don't. No, 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 no. I don't believe so.
It's not that. It's not like for the. It wasn't placed there for the future or something. It's more like to continue the era of dragons, I suppose.
I think
Because
it's from what I understand, it's at
but
least
it's
a
gonna be
hundred
it.
years
Sure.
before Daenerys, and so I
Yeah,
don't know how long dragons take to uh,
I
like
don't
birth
know
children and
too. I
stuff like
don't
that.
know.
But from what I understand, it probably wouldn't be. It would probably be the next generation of eggs is probably
Mm,
the ones that are, and I bet you by the
yeah.
end of the series there will only be a few eggs left, which those four
Mhm.
that are left would be the four that then
Yeah.
spawn, the
Yeah.
four
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
that right, and then so on and
Yeah.
so forth.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where you kind of get the Easter egg, you get the like, hey, if
Mm-hmm.
you know type shit, and not so
If you
much
know,
that
exactly that.
not so
That's
much
what
that
I
not
was
so
telling
much the
myself to
eggs, right,
get
but the
that. You know.
significance of the lineage of dragons and
Mhm.
keeping it alive because it doesn't happen in the future. You have a future in that world that is more straight medieval, more just like
Mhm.
the fantasy of these dragons and the the intensity of them. It's so interesting when if you go back and rewatch Game of Thrones how like people look at them like myth. It only takes like 80 years for people to lose that kind of oral history about like these things being real and these things not just being real but these things being a major presence. It's like people look at them like, yeah, they're just dragon bones. They're done. They're over, right? But then when they finally see them again and Daenerys pops through, that's that significance. So I feel like in
Yeah.
the show, we're kind of seeing that played with. They don't overplay the hand with the dragons, which I
No,
think is really well
no.
done. And we keep getting these humans, these
We always
regular.
have, yeah.
Keep getting these regular. I say humans, but I should really point regular folk or her advisors who keep telling her, "Bust out the dragons, bust out the dragons," and she's like,
No, but
"Listen,
let's talk
bruh."
about those advisors just 2 seconds. That
Yes.
council that just go against her, like not
They
against her,
want. They
but
wanted to. They wanted the 25th
no, but
Amendment. They wanted
they
the
have
25th Amendment her
seriously.
ass, bro.
But wait, they want seriously. They know what they want. They've moved already in the equation. Like Rhaenyra, they know what they want. They were like, just let us do whatever and go do your stuff.
But
Like
that's my
they
point.
talked about it a lot. They have a plan already, bro. And that's
There
what
is a
makes
clear angle that
there's
like she doesn't have
yeah.
the support she
She
needs.
doesn't have the support, the power. It's really like a sacrifice,
I think she has the
treason,
power. I
like
think she has the power. But the fact that she has the power is what threatens them. And at the
mm,
same time, they don't trust a woman. And then at the same time, they think she's naive, brash, incapable of making a tough decision. But at the end of the day, she's trying to weigh every option, exhaust every ability to make sure that she can everybody can lose the least amount in this world, because someone's going to lose and
that's what
loss
we
will
see at
happen.
the end.
But
Like
that's what I'm saying.
but that
And
we see at the
she's
end.
so genuine. She's so
She
genuine with
goes.
that. Like that's why
But that
I'm
scene
Team
was
Black.
really good.
Yeah,
That
that
scene
was
was really good.
just the
Like,
entirety of her going through King's Landing with her little like side assassin dude. They're
yeah.
just like hooded like it's just very
It
it's
worked
really
so
on point.
well.
I really like
It
that
really
stuff.
worked.
And I feel like
And she just leaves at the end like that.
I feel like one thing that
Doing
they're
nothing.
building on with that is they
Girl
have a
talk at the end.
yeah, they have a love for each other that I think is still underlying there. Like it's a mutual. It's I think it's love a bit, but a friend love, but at the same time, I don't know. I think it's also a mutual respect in a certain way, because at this point they don't have that friendship anymore, and she's trying to play on the friendship they used to have in this sort of like really regal and courteous way to her, but it doesn't like work. I think, and I think
No.
Allison is too far gone in her whole kind of like allegiances to not just her family but the throne and claiming of the throne, and I think she enjoys the power of it, and she can't admit to herself that she does, and to admit to Rhaenyra, I did screw you, I did help my son take
No,
over,
but that's it.
like
now that she knows really what
now that
happened,
now
they
that she
both
knows she did, yeah,
know. They
exactly.
both like
Her
all the
father was
story is
talking
clear
about
now, man.
a myth
A
type story,
spawn, a spawn. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
exactly.
talking about like a epic in terms of what he was thinking about before he passed. He wasn't talking about his literal
Yeah, but it was like a
son.
song, bro. Like,
Yeah, the Song of Fire
but
and Ice.
that, yeah, but now it's clear. I don't know. I like that.
I really
It
like
was
that. I
really
really
good.
like that angle
Really
now
nice ending.
because I feel like it sets up the truth that was being talked about throughout this episode when Rhaenys was telling
Hmm.
Rhaenyra, she's like, truth, like people don't really care at a certain point. When did this war start? Did it start when this happened? Did it start when that happened? When did it start? No one
Yeah.
cares. At the end of the day, the war will happen and people will forget, especially the brashness of these men. At the end of the day, they're just so hot-headed and so desiring of punishment to exact justice. And it's like, seeing
But yeah, but
Rhaenyra
it's
take
all
that.
about like a thing
Yeah.
that somebody said before dying. It was a song.
Yeah, straight
Now
up.
this is for that. It's crazy.
But that's the thing. Where
It's
where does
crazy.
that truth now lie? That truth lies
Yeah,
with Rhaenyra and with Allison, but Allison will never admit it. So now it's basically just a matter of like he said, she said, right? And that's all it's going to be now. And they're going to just go down this path of just pure and unadulterated warfare.
I can't wait for
It's
the next
coming. It's
episode. I
coming,
can't
man.
wait.
It's coming. I think
I
one
want to
thing.
see
I
what's
think one
happening.
thing. I think one thing we're really gonna see is. I want to find the right way to describe it. I think one thing we're really gonna see is a tension that's gonna boil over. I think in these next 2 episodes that I think is gonna lead to some real skirmishes, because I feel like this episode was more of a just kind of like a massager. It was like a relaxer into the problems that are about to go like super huge, supernova, and like adding in new characters very quickly, like Allison's brother, who Not all
Yeah.
there. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to this inn. We're gonna have a great time. Like, bro, you're in war. You know what I
No,
mean?
but he goes in just to check, just to like
Yeah, absolutely. To be
be
her kind of
sure
like
that, and at the
her
end
watcher.
he goes there to tell, like, to help, like, not that he doesn't die, bro. Like, he
Well,
loves him, man.
well, at the same time, I feel like they're making it clear that the
He fucking
cast,
loves him,
well, the cast is
bro.
just getting bigger, bro. And I
She's
feel
in
like
love.
there's a reason that they're
Yeah.
doing this right now. They're trying to really kind of like give us this full breadth of like two sides rather than having like in the original Game of Thrones, you had all these different parts of the world being played together and slowly interconnecting over the seasons, right? This is more of a like we're clashing from start, and that clash
Mm-hmm.
is just getting more and more complicated, more and more intertwined. The allegiances are like there's so many layers to the allegiances on each side now, especially because of Daemon. And I really want to see where Aemon goes, and also no Otto Hightower this episode. I think that's very important. I
Nope.
think that's not getting any Otto. Next episode, I think he's gonna have a lot
Next
to
episode,
do. I think he's gonna
a
have a
lot
lot
of
he's
it.
gonna be
Yeah.
doing, and I'm really excited to
Mm-hmm.
see that. I'm really with it. I'm really with it. But yeah, what are you looking forward to in the next episode?
Yeah.
What are you feeling for this next episode? What are you
I
looking
think the
for?
war will start. I think really that a lot of I think we will have the first important death of the season. Let's
Well,
see.
would you say we haven't had it already, in a certain sense?
Uh,
Even if
yes,
it is a
but
preamble to the war, right?
yeah, but it's like I'm talking about like a big character that will die that we like, like, yeah. I don't. Yeah,
I
that's
can
my
see
guess
it.
right now. But
I can see it. I can see it
yeah,
only in the sense of I think that the
maybe
way
the
that it's
brother of the king. Maybe something's gonna go down, and let's
hmm,
see what's gonna happen. But
hmm.
now they're gonna start striking. Now they're gonna start
Yeah,
to
I think that's
attack.
what we're gonna. I think that's what we're gonna start to get.
So
We're gonna get
sure,
more
we're
of
gonna
those.
have a collateral war,
I think it's gonna be a week
collateral
to week
war
war kind of like battle to
consequences. Yeah,
battle kind of situation
yeah.
now because you got Christian Cole out there trying to scout out. And I think that when we have the Riverlands, when they finally fight in the Riverlands, whatever point in this season, I think that that's going to really just bring everything to a head. And I'm looking forward to
Hmm.
seeing that. I also really want to see what they do
And
with
I'm
Otto.
and I really want to know how it's gonna finish. Like, what's gonna happen now that we saw Rhaenyra go inside and talk to her old best friend.
Mm.
Let's see what's gonna happen now. Like, is it gonna be like she came in? Let's
Did
like
she make a real
barricade
difference,
and
right? Or
yeah,
did
or
she?
she's not gonna talk about it
Yeah,
and
I think
just
she won't.
like
I think she won't. I
put
think
it
she
under.
won't. I
So
think she's gonna keep it to
that,
herself.
yeah,
I think it's gonna be
I could
very
see
interesting.
that
I think
too.
it's gonna be
That
girl
she
talk,
won't.
and nobody needs to know
Yeah.
about it. And it was in church. It was a
Hmm.
confession, so no one needs to know
Well,
what.
that's it. That's why
No
it's
one
like
needs to know what happened, baby. No one needs to know,
yeah.
and no one's gonna know because I ain't gonna tell shit. That's what Allison's saying.
No,
She's looking at her
exactly.
like, I ain't saying shit. Shit.
Yeah.
On that
But
note, though,
yeah, and
on that note, brother,
yeah,
what do you think? Do you think we have anything else to go over? Is there any other character you wanna touch upon?
I think we did the full round of it. I think we're
I
good.
think
I
realistically,
can't
man,
wait for the next
we
episode.
just can't wait for the next one, man. Week to week, this show keeps bringing us back, and it's keeping that tension, that palpable energy that you just want to feel every Sunday at 9 p.m. Thank you, HBO. You're hooking it up, man. You're hooking it up. Thank you, creators. Thank you, cast. Yo, Emma Darcy, bruh. Yo, I hope you get nominated for an Emmy, bro, because you're killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it, love.
Yeah,
You're killing it. You're killing it, love. But yes, on that note, thank you guys for coming over to the Crossover Cinema Podcast. You know what it is, week to week. We bring you the heat, right? I'm your host, Kaya.
And I'm Carlo, and thank you guys being there. And if you want to subscribe, like, or just share the episode, it's always helpful. Today, it's a very important episode because we are at our 10th episode. Uh, I'm already seeing like a lot of stuff going on about it, so we're really happy about it. If you're going to Comic Con in Montreal, we'll see you there
Yeah,
next
that's
week.
right. You
If
already know
not,
I'm there, baby. So
we're
pop
gonna
through.
be there.
Real time.
That's it.
Have a
Hey
lovely
guys.
one, you guys.